Hey YouTube, what's up? Dr. T here, and welcome to the Altcoin Express and my hometown, St. Petersburg, Florida, where we target turning 23,000 of Ethereum into a cool million in under 5 years, trading altcoins on the Bitcoin exchange. So this is as good as time as any to give a summary of my current situation. Action speaks louder than words, so I know what I'm doing. The fact that I am making money, not losing money, is a good indication I know what I'm doing. So as of, let's see, what it was, the 8th. There are two coins I'm working on right now. One is ADA, which is Cardano, and Ontology, which is ONT. Now, I bought into ADA on the 8th at let's see, 386, and it went on a, come out here, it went on a run which I got into and sold off all of it on its way up, missing the top. So yeah, that's here. Oh, here, right. I sold all of it off and bagged, well, this is relative to Ethereum. Ethereum was lower then, so it's just more now than then because I've changed the Ethereum value. But from that relative, bagged $217. I then went and bought back in at slightly higher than I actually sold off, but that's all right. So we're back in. Yeah, I've subsequently sold some more of those blocks off, and we can get to that story. So that's that. Bought in, got some profit, took it out, and bought back in again. Now the other entity to be looking at is Ontology. So we can go back in here and see where I picked up Ontology. It was a while back. Let's just go back and find out where it starts. Oh, okay, come forwards. Let's see where I started with Ontology. More recently, I think. Right, I'd bought into some junk, realized it was junk, learned from it, and and then got rid of it. Learned that low volume coins are a waste of time. You really need to be in the majors, and I've settled on 2 of the majors, which are going through ups and downs, so to speak. Where is this? A little closer. I haven't got into it yet. A little closer. Okay, here's the first level of Ontology. So I bought in at relative 11194. Let's come forward. So there's a buy in Ontology, a continuous buy into Ontology because it was looking good. A continuous buy into Ontology. I was buying into Ontology on the downside. I just transferred 10,000 over my 23 because it was the max for the day, and then I transferred the other amount over, or partially the other amount, the next allowable day's amount over, and was buying into Ontology as it was coming down, and that's in one of my other posts. So yeah, we're buying into Ontology as it's coming down, and progressively so. Then what happened was Ontology went on a rush, and I bought out of it. Which I'll show you all about. Let's go on there. It's down here. I'd identify some metrics for understanding how to evaluate when to, where are we? Oh, it's here, is it? Yeah, how to evaluate when to sell off, which I talked about in my last post. How to, where is my last post? Let's go in here. Oops. From fresh. So, how to evaluate when to sell on a buy-up. I kind of evoked the understanding of how much time elapses on a big buy-up. We're not talking 5%. When you get buy-ups of around 10 to 20%, there is a on the one coin we're looking at, there was a kind of a statistically equivalent buy-up period, which was 6 blocks of 15 minutes, or take that into different positions, that would be 18 blocks of 5 minutes. And I proceeded to use that knowledge on selling off of ontology, and I pretty much got, let's get in a bit closer. Yeah, so I followed this off and I pretty much got in good, selling it off a bit at a time as I counted the blocks. We're on 15 minutes. We're on 15 minutes? Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, I identified this is a metric that you can use to establish when to sell off when it's on a big, fast buy-up. And it's held on a number of occasions. So I'm using this as a metric. You don't bother with selling off when it's going up 5 or 6%, but it's one of these sharp rises. We'll change that over to 5 just so you can have a look at it. Oops. Oh, we can't do. Oh, we can. Oh, I didn't know you could slide this thing. Oh, really? You can slide it. Okay. So yeah. Well, once again, it's like 18 5-minute blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, very close to it. That's a pretty good metric when you're on one of these sharp buy-ups as to how and when to get out, and I applied that to ontology, sold off through that buy-up using that information, and I sold off these little bits here. I bagged about $100. I'd calculated that the downside should be about 30% to the spread from other data, bought back in relatively to that. I didn't try to get the bottom of it all, I just found a number, bought the whole lot back in, and that is this lot here, where I bought all back in. It then subsequently dumped, and so I sold off some ADA, which was advantageous for me to do so, and bought more ontology because it had dumped down lower and lower and lower and lower. So that is about the current situation. So these are set to the current prices, and we have a little bit of the upside. I bought 20, I had about 1,300 in here from before the downside of some nonsense that went on, and I transferred 23,000 in here, so there's 24 and a penny, and I've done these round sell-offs. So this is my current holdings of principally these two, and I'm just waiting to try and get rid of this junk here, having learned from it. I took a penny into this one, which is a major. So the math is the number of coins, look up the price relative to the coin purchase, multiply that in so you get the value, and then defactor it according to its relative downside or upside and get the current amount. So do that across this whole database, and it says I've got arguably 26,000 in there. So that's the current position with See, the top end of Ontology is down 18% progressively, and the top end of ADA is now on its bottom end of its swing. So let's move over to that, and that'll just about complete everything, I think. So my favorite platform for evaluating what's going on, put a bit of light in here, TradingView. I use, as I've said before, I've got two indicators, DAMA on 30 days, TMA on 90 days, and a volume index at 15, so you can see when it's being bought up and when it's being sold off. And this is the, put it on 3 minutes, because I'm looking to see if we are establishing a getting off the bottom finally, so I can calculate some kind of a rate. So we back off from there, and we can see where it's come down from its upside. So this is where I sold off into it. Oh no, yeah, this is where I sold off originally. Did I sell off originally? I don't remember. It doesn't really matter. But I started to buy into this on its downside. And so we're looking to see if it'll find a bottom. Is this the little rush where I did a reversal? Or is that the rush where I did a reversal? It doesn't really matter. The point is, has it found a bottom? So we're looking to see that if it's found a bottom, that's the current valuation of looking to see if that's found a bottom. And there. And the same with Cardano. I've got, oh, I haven't got one established here because it's really off there. Will you move? Hard to get it to do what I want it to do. There we go. So yeah, I've just got some, I've got a marker out here to see if it's really turning. We've got to establish a higher up, higher low, which it's starting to kind of show signs of doing, and then the corner will be turned and we'll be on our way up. So that's kind of my position. I know what I'm doing. I've found some metrics for evaluating how and where to sell off on these rises. As I've said, they go up for this is, we just showed it on Ontology, so you can see the same thing here. Come in and you just count these blocks again. It was 6 blocks to the upside, 6 15-minute blocks on the rise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a little off. But so that's a metric I'm using for a big upside to teach me to evaluate how where to sell off when it starts really going up way beyond your moving average. So that's where we currently are, waiting for them to come round, and the upside should give me quite a significant gain when they get up there. And the basic thing is to just follow them up. If they're going up at a standard rate, then we'll just follow them up at a standard rate. If they go up one of these mega rushes, then sell it off, buy it back a few percent lower, and carry on down the road. So that's me. Hope you find that interesting. Hope you find it useful. See you next time.